Okay, so we should be back. Let me know, viewers.
Maybe I'm a lucky charm. I'm here now, so.
I can see us.
Okay, so yeah, I had a OBS, like I don't know, it took out OBS as well, so that's what happened there. I think we may need to, I don't know, move round by round or something like that until we are done or something. I'm not sure.
Or you can just move us. We tell you where we want to move, and you can move us.
Are we still unmuted, or did that go back?
No, you guys are unmuted. You're fine.
So Solas was scanning these doors.
Yeah, I was scanning the doors.
There's quite a difference between you moving us all or just one of us moving at a time. In the first case, you'd still move all characters, so it has to still adjust for that. Whereas
True.
if it's just one of us, then it's one by one.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any response from viewers whether they're seeing the stream up. Can someone watching let me know?
Yeah, no response, no feedback so far. They're doing it players, you know.
Okay.
All
right, we got
Tom Brown.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what exactly to really do other than try to. I hesitate to say hurry through this portion because the faster we actually move through it, the worse it is. And I think also part of it is like being down in this corner is actually way worse for it because it did not have any of these problems up in the upper left.
If you put this into turn-based mode, would that how much work you have with that?
It'd probably slow down.
It would slow down movement and exploration quite a bit, but it should prevent too much, like just everyone moving at once and causing it to. Because I think that was part of it, was just everyone moving around, and because there were points when I was seeing the like the hit point bars were not matching up with where the tokens were, and it was taking a little bit to update that because different things were moving at different times, kind of thing. So, I don't know. What would you guys prefer?
I'm fine either way.
Whatever is easier for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. So.
Well, let's just keep playing, and maybe it won't crash again.
Yeah. All right.
Hopefully.
I should try not to whiz up and down the corridors.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah, everyone try to limit your unnecessary movement.
Sticking with the group might be the way to go. Plus, I mean, you know, that also keeps anyone from walking into a gelatinous cube.
Oh, I'd like to check this door if these aren't trapped.
All right. Give me just a second.
I did scan them both.
Yeah, but I don't think I told you, right?
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
All right. Neither of the doors are trapped.
That's good.
So, where do you guys want to start looking?
Well, I want to open that door.
The one right in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that opens up to a small hallway there.
That doesn't look suspicious.
Well, Ockar, go open the door north and I will scan the hallway and door.
Gotcha. On my way.
That door is stuck.
Then I will force it open.
Okay.
If I can't, then Braxon will.
Well, I'll scan the hallway.
Yeah.
Don't you need to be closer to your target? I can't remember the bar.
It's pretty long range.
All right, so
No,
you
no,
managed
that's
to
fine.
shove that door open, Ockar, while Solas, you scanning that short hallway, you are not detecting any traps in there.
Yeah, neither on the door.
No.
Do you want me to open the next door?
To remind Lafdul, the range for the find traps is 30 yards.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like no, it's quite long.
So I do want to note, just for viewers and for you guys, Firefox was using about 2.6 gigs, and we're already up to 4 gigs. So it is a lot of memory that this is using. Don't know exactly
Yeah.
why.
I put in the chat how much my browser used, Firefox used during the peak.
Yeah. All right. So, Ockar, looking up without actually entering that hallway, you can see that there is there's a lot of rust and broken objects in there. You can't see exactly because it's all you got a poor viewing angle. You'd have to go in and see exactly what's going on in there.
Rust,
head
you
round.
say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm suddenly feeling a chill to go down my spine.
Just poke your head through.
Rust monster?
I mean, things rusted during the time
I'll
these
take a
rules
look
have existed.
inside.
All right.
Quickly, close the door on him.
I will haunt you.
So was anyone going to go down that short corridor, or are you leaving that for later?
No,
Yeah,
I'll go down. if
right.
you want
Well,
to.
no, it's fine. You can leave it for later if you want. I was just,
Braxton go
I
down.
think
I
it's,
just
I
wanted
think
to.
it's
I
safer
just wanted
to
to understand what people were doing. If you're looking at going up the northern corridor, that's fine too. I just wanted to find out.
They look like they join 2 areas.
Okay.
I will
So
open the dice.
Ockar, looking down that, so there is like a layer of rust dust covering everything. It's not too bad where you are right here, but further down the hallway, it gets worse. And there are, like, the hallway was once lined with something. You're guessing it was made out of a lot of the things were made out of iron and steel, and they have rusted and collapsed. Impossible to see what they once were, but there's just piles of debris and rubble all along it, and there's rust dust everywhere.
Solas will put a cloth on his face so as not to breathe in all the rust dust.
Okay. Lafdul, you're checking that far door?
Yeah, just opening it. He said it wasn't trapped, so.
All right. It appears to be stuck as well.
I
Yeah,
will scan this door.
Okay.
Someone stronger than me can try and open that door.
Braxton will come down and help Lafdul out.
So you're noticing that the floor in this whole area down here is pretty uneven. That has caused the walls to shift and the doors
Is
to be
this
stuck.
door trapped?
Let's try and...
scanning it.
Solus scanned it, and no, it is not.
Then I guess I'll open it at the same time the other guy's opening the other door.
Braxton's trying to open the door. Strength.
I think it's going to accommodate a ram into
Yeah,
each
that
other.
should be success for a Braxton.
That's a success there.
Get under 16.
And Ockar, you got the 2?
Wait, no, that was 4.
That was from before? All right.
Do I need to roll a new one?
Yep, that door is stuck.
That's above my score by 1.
All right, you are not able to get that open.
Can I hear the door being pushed by Ockar?
Yeah, you can hear Ockar try to open that.
Okay, Braxton's going to go up and try and pull the door open or push it or whatever it does.
All right.
Solas will scan this hallway while they try to open the door.
All right.
Afterwards, going to pick up a rock and throw it down the corridor.
You're able to open that door. Opening these doors, forcing all these doors open, did make a lot of noise. And
yeah.
Throwing that rock down that corridor also made some noise.
Some noise.
Well, I mean, you got a rock clattering down the hallway. And I am curious about something. I'm actually going to... This is not going to affect you guys. This is going to temporarily change what the viewers see. I am popping onto a different map that's not as big and see if that causes any drop in memory usage on Firefox.
Well, if it resets. Oh, my RAM just dropped down from 10 to 6, but I'm on the same app, so I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, it's not doing enough for me. Okay, I was curious if that would be a good like clear the memory.
Clear the cache and reload it.
All right, so that is not a solution.
Okay, so we currently have 2 long corridors to go.
Maybe you could stream in 380p.
It's not streaming. It's not streaming. That's the issue.
I'm just kidding. I watched one of your Gold Box games from a long time ago, and I'm like, wow, this must have been ages ago.
Yeah, different microphone.
Yep.
It wasn't in HD.
All right, now I need to wait for the. Now it has dropped down 3 gigs since I tried that.
Hey.
Should we go north? That looks like it'd be more closed off.
Okay.
Well, north is most likely the direction we need to go eventually for the pyramid.
Well, let's go north and we clear out. It looks like it goes back to that place with the 2 doors.
Yeah.
I suspect it's gonna either or way. It's gonna be the same.
Yeah, I could see. I could see far enough to see that it's basically going to join to the 2 ornate doors room.
I haven't moved up there yet because it's taking me a little bit to load up the map right now for some reason.
Yeah.
No, I haven't moved. I just could see that far.
Somebody moved a couple of squares.
Yeah, I moved. Finn moved. Same area, not moved ahead or anything.
Yeah, I just can't see where you guys are at the moment to let you know if anything happens.
You said there was loads of rust.
Yep.
Braxon wants to check the walls to see whether there might have been those panels that we had before with pictures, or those. Remember those silver creatures that had mercury in? Mm-hmm. He's looking for anything. He's looking for evidence that there's something on the wall that's dissolved.
They had little holes in the ground, didn't they, where they came out from?
Well,
no, I'm not.
I did mention that there were that there's debris all along the walls, not on the walls, but like on the floor, lining the corridor to the north. And like it's pretty clear that they were like against the wall, leaving the hallway open, not like just strewn across the floor. So you can still walk up the center, and not walk over these things.
Well, Braxon's trying to see if they were mounted on the walls.
You'll have to go up there and take a look. I'm in now.
Okay, all right. Braxton's going to go over to one of them. I'm assuming they're on the sides. Mm-hmm. And he's looking to see if there's like screw holes or post holes or anything.
Okay. As you move over there, you're kicking up clouds of rust dust. I need you to make a saving throw versus petrification, please.
I'm following suit what Solas did. I'm using my cloak to wrap around my face.
Yeah, this is why Solas put the cloth on his face.
Let the guy who's immune to disease go ahead of you.
Okay, so Braxon, you're coughing a bit, but it's just like kind of thing, as opposed to like a coughing fit.
Yeah,
I've got like a wind spell.
So can we when we killed that gelatinous cube, you said it had a load of ice in it.
Yeah, from Leva's spell.
Would that still be there, melting?
At this point, it's already melted.
Oh, okay.
Why are you after the ice specifically?
Oh no, I just thought if we threw it through the ice up the corridor, it would melt and the ice would melt and would combine with the dust and would stop the dust kicking up.
There's going to be dust this whole corridor long, so...
Yeah, I don't exactly have...
the whole corridor.
Anyone memorize Dust Devil? Because that'd be so useful right now. I've got it on the scroll, actually, I think.
Just cover your faces to protect from the dust, and I think we should be able to move on.
Aura Comfort doesn't do anything with dust, does it?
No.
Doesn't it only affect basically the
temperature and rain and stuff, like little inconveniences? I wasn't sure if dust counts as an inconvenience, because it prevents rain, snow, and hail.
It's more weather stuff that it prevents. This is not weather.
Not sandstormy enough?
Yeah, I don't think that would prevent sandstorm, like a sandstorm from affecting you.
But yeah, I think we should move up the corridor.
Just move slowly. Someone.
Slowly and have cloth on your face.
Use your cloaks or something, yeah. I will wrap my cloak around my face and I will wet it so its dust particles stick to the wet side.
Alright.
I'll use a little bit of water for it.
Okay, so you are kicking up considerable dust clouds. Alright, Ockar, I need a saving throw versus petrification from you and Beowulf.
Poor Beowulf.
You are inhaling lots of rust dust.
Did you not take the precautions that the rest of us were taking?
I guess I'll... Right, I forgot.
Nope. You started walking up there. I need those saving throws.
Where are they?
Same one, petrification.
Petrification.
That's what I got earlier.
So that's petrification. So that's rod staff. No, petrification or polymorph, right?
Yep.
You have a scarf, Lava? You're fancy. Lafdul's only got a cloak.
No.
Alright, and give me a d20 for Beowulf.
I'm gonna use Beowulf's reroll.
Okay.
Protect the papara.
That's just an excuse to not have to remember it anymore.
Yeah.
Let me see. Nope, those are both fails.
Oh, poor Beowulf.
Alright, that is, Ockar, you and Beowulf are now having coughing fits. You can continue to walk around and explore, but you're just like constantly coughing, and until you get out of this and have a turn to let your lungs
sponge,
just get back to normal. You'll be suffering a -1 to hit and a +1 to AC, and just covering your mouth right now is not going to fix that. You need to get out of this, or someone needs to take care of the...
We're gonna back up out of the room and take a chance to breathe.
Okay.
Or back up. Is this enough to back up?
Yeah, that's fine. That area is outside of it.
If you're constantly coughing, you're going to be making a lot of noise as well.
Would using my great helm, would that cover my face enough, or do I actually have to wrap something around my mouth?
You need some cloth or something, or someone needs to take care of the rust that's in here.
Well, I'm just gonna wait here then until you guys deal with that, because I don't think I have any extra cloth.
You don't have any cloak or something like that?
Not that I want to rip up.
No tabard.
Handkerchief.
No?
The problem is he's already breathed in the dust.
I mean, at this point, he needs to spend a turn outside of it, let his lungs recover.
So I'm gonna wait here for a bit because I don't actually have anything that counts that would work as cloth.
Turn or a round?
A turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Trying to.
Because like right now, he and Bjornwolf are having coughing fits. Like Braxon was coughing, but he wasn't having a coughing fit.
It's like he's suffocating.
Yes,
do you think the bits from that cube would absorb the rust?
No.
Here's an idea. I swap out my ring of regeneration and I put on my ring of adaptation. I'm going to experiment because I need to learn if this ring's cast or not. And I'm going to try to invoke a charge to not need to breathe. And I'm just going to walk straight through, not breathing.
Okay, give me a second.
For a moment, Lafdul will be mortal. Oh no.
Okay. Yep, you can go ahead and walk forward trying it.
Does it seem like I stand for like a minute? I just don't need to breathe at all.
Yep. You cannot talk.
Yeah, I obviously keep my mouth closed, and I'm still going to put my hand over my nose to stop anything going into my, orifices, I suppose.
Basically, I mean, like, so the magic basically allows you, if you don't want to breathe, then you won't. But if you try to do anything that requires breathing, like talking, casting a spell with a vocal component, then that does mean that you're breathing, and anything that comes from that is going to have an effect.
After it goes all the way up there.
Oh, wait, I do have something that counts as cloth. I have a tabard.
Yeah.
So, once I'm done coughing, I'm going to cut off a piece of my tabard.
Okay. So no one has anything that they think would get rid of the...
see if my ring worked. If it worked, then I was going to try and... Because I don't need to breathe, I was going to try and sweep the dust.
I don't know how I'm going to help Beowulf out through here.
Well, Leva could try and cast Airsphere with the help of Nahal's Reckless Steward.
Let me take a look at Airsphere.
Look, they always tell me to do stuff with that spell, and then when she wants
it, I'll let you do it. But if you kill my wolf, then we're gonna have words.
Why would they kill your wolf?
There's a 1% chance. There's a 1% chance that you get a fireball.
You can get a lightning bolt instead, or something.
That
so I'm gonna rip off a piece of my tabard and wrap it around my face.
Hold on, just a second. Let me check Airsphere, because Airsphere may not do anything. Like the best solution is to try to get rid of the dust itself, kind of thing. So let me just take a look at it.
It creates a mobile sphere of breathable air, identical to the atmosphere of the caster's home world.
Hold on.
It cannot be contaminated. I would also like to try to sweep dust aside.
We used it once in the place where there was no air whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it will definitely work in a place with no air.
But I assume physical matter would still contaminate it.
I do approve this plan of using Nahal's Reckless Steward all the same.
Only because you're so far away. You're in like the safety distance. And Lafdul's mortal right now. If something goes wrong, it's Lafdul.
I'm not seeing it, like, it drives out fouled air, which is useful in a ship's air envelope. Dust isn't considered fouled air. So I think particulate matter can do that. Gas would be kept out. So like it wouldn't prevent you from being rained on. It wouldn't prevent a dust storm from blowing in. It would allow you to pass through a stinking cloud.
Oof.
But it would
Okay.
not work against rust dust.
So I might have to leave Beowulf back here.
But you just walk around. Not that I can say that, but you might think that.
So you've come up to the end of the hall there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I braved the hallway since I had a meat wall in front of me.
So
Just-
also keep in mind that having cloth over it, like you're still coughing. You're just not. It does
Mhm.
protect you from having coughing fits.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, Ockar?
Well, one of the main reasons why I haven't just gone the other way around is because I don't want to break the map again.
I think one person doing that is not going to be too much of a problem. I mean, if we're just being a little bit more slow on it, I think it's going to be okay.
Then
For now.
I'll walk around to the other side because that's the only way I'm getting the wolves through.
But you might want to wait where you are for now for the turn. That gives Lafdul and Solas time to explore up here and then come back and let you know what they find. And I
Okay.
will tell you something in a second. I just want to take a look at the NPCs to see if they have anything that they might be able to do.
The only spell that I have in my spell books that I think could help in this case would be Grease, but I haven't memorized that one.
Well,
Definitely would not
just-
cover enough area.
Leva could fly, but she hasn't memorized fly.
Yeah, and that wouldn't help if other people are kicking up the dust.
Hmm.
Nope, NPCs do not have anything that would do anything here. All right.
No, I might have a spell that might help. I have a Gust of Wind on a scroll.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Gust it straight towards the party. You're perfectly safe up yourselves.
All right, so Lafdul and Solas, you've gotten up there, and this chamber has even more rust dust in it. It looks like this was actually, both of you give me an intelligence check at half your score, please.
Lafdul can't really communicate, so he's completely holding his breath.
Yeah.
Wow,
But you could like tug on Solas's arm and say like motion to go back down where you could get out of this and see.
Yeah, that's easy success.
All right, Solas, you think that this was once a display chamber for whatever these objects were, because it's even more dense
Iron.
here. The corridor was also a display, but this was like like there are more piles of whatever these things were, and they are like there's just even more rust here.
So museum or art gallery?
I'm sorry?
So museum or art gallery?
Something like that, yeah, you can come to that conclusion, absolutely. So there's even more dust in this whole room. You're up on a platform, and there's another platform on the other side. The columns in this room are they're geometric, but not but with curved lines and stuff like that. You can see the double doors over here, which are pretty clearly the double doors that you saw from the hallway.
Yeah.
There are big, massive metal double doors here as well. Very
And
different. They're not exactly ornate, but they're decorated with more geometric designs similar to what's on the columns. And you can just barely see that there are double doors farther down, but you can't make out any details on them.
I will scan the left doors and then go bit north to scan the northern doors.
Okay. Give me
While
just a
my
second.
find trap still last.
All right. Let's see. just want to double check to see if any of them have traps or anything. Okay, you are not detecting traps on the doors close to you. The doors farther up. Let's see.
I think Solas can see them from.
I think you
there.
need to get on the other platform to get a better idea.
Okay.
Where did I write down whether these doors were locked or not? Jeez.
Wow, Lafdul's going to carefully climb down. He doesn't want to kick up any dust or walk around, I suppose.
Solas used the stairs.
Yeah, well, the way Olds described it, there's dust all over.
Yeah,
I'm just
there's
being
dust
very
everywhere.
meticulous.
It's basically impossible not to kick up dust. You can try to move in such a way that you're trying to reduce the amount that you're kicking up if you want.
Yeah, like going through the stairs will kick less dust than jumping from the platform.
I mean, I know there's a load of dust in there. I look at my equipment to see if anything's being affected by the dust.
You don't notice anything, and the dust really isn't sticking to you or anything like that. It's just like being kicked up
It's
in
just
the air.
making sure.
Solas, those doors are magically trapped to the north.
Do I detect the spheres?
Well, you don't have detect magic up.
Oh yeah, I only had find traps. I will mention to Lafdul that the 2 doors up north are magically trapped.
Okay.
Are you looking
And
at these big doors down in the lower area, Lafdul?
These two doors, he said they weren't trapped, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they weren't trapped.
I see if they're open. I don't open them, I just see if they are.
Unlike the other doors here, these do not appear to swing open, like on hinges. You see no hinges on either side, or no evidence of hinges, and there are no handles either. They're heavy and different construction of than a lot of the other doors that you've seen.
Did these 2 doors have hinges and handle?
Yeah, those are normal doors. The other doors, these are unique doors that you have not seen in this complex before.
Solas goes down to study the doors with engineering, but as a player, I'm thinking that they might be doors that either get lifted lower down or go into the wall.
Okay, go ahead and give me an engineering check.
That's a fail.
Yeah, you cannot see enough to make any real guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll signal south to the rest of the party, basically partly yelling that they could use the fancy ornate doors to the right of us to come to the same area. So they don't have to go through quite as long corridor of rust, but that there is
Were they
rust
trapped?
in here.
No, those doors are not trapped, but there's still, like, coming in at all is going to kick up the dust.
Which way do the doors go?
They open in.
Alright, well, I'm not going to do anything with the doors if they open inwards.
Braxon's going to give a thumbs up to that, but stay where he is.
I mean, you can come back down to the rest of the party and discuss what you want to do.
Yeah. So Solas wants to study the doors, basically longer.
Okay.
But he says that Lafdul can go back to the party to inform them.
Do I know if my ring's using charges constantly, or is it just a charge lasts so long? Or can I speculate which one?
You know it used a charge. You have no idea if it is continuing to use a charge. You do not know if it uses a charge at another point later on. You have no idea.
Well, I'm going to have to mentally keep track of an hour, give or take.
It has not been anywhere close to an hour.
Oh, no, but that's when I would try speaking after an hour. I'm going to be completely silent for an hour.
If you get out of the area, you can start speaking again. And
I can.
Yeah, like you like at any point you can opt to breathe.
Oh, do I know if that uses a new charge though?
You don't know for sure, but I think that you can guess that it does not. Like it's like
Alright.
part of it is just like if you were making an item like this, your understanding of magic is that it would just continue, and then you could opt to not make use of the power, but it would still be in effect. Kind of thing.
Lafdul goes down here, brushes off some of the dust, so he's not going to suddenly breathe in alone.
All right.
And he'll speak rather softly as to not agitate everything.
You can speak normally. It's not going to cause any harm.
All right, and I'll say that there's some trap doors up ahead, and some doors that we cannot. Some unusual doors. We could probably go around the other side, but there's obviously a load of dust in the room. My ring allows me to not need to breathe, which is quite convenient sometimes.
So note that Solas and Leva are still at the other end of the corridor. They're still far away, so they cannot participate in this, and they cannot share anything that they maybe any ideas that they may have.
I will be a relay. I will go back. I will stop breathing.
I mean, they could also just come back down and discuss.
Oh no.
Like, it's not going to cause any harm for you to just shout down the corridor and say, you know, hey, come back down here so we can discuss what to do. Or something like that.
You coming back?
I guess Solas will have to reluctantly stop studying the doors.
There might be something hidden underneath all the dust. We never know. It's probably better if we use magic to clear the dust when we do.
I'm guessing those doors will be something that we open from another room, like there's some button lever or something like that to open the doors.
Alright, so...
Oh, I say to Solas, how long do you think you got left on your fine trap?
Not very much time at all.
Do we think we have enough time if I went up to there, stood still for a moment to settle the dust, then start speaking Dispel Magic while standing still? To not kick up any additional dust?
No, there's too much dust already kicked up. You need to,
So
you need to clear it. You need to, well, yeah, and if you're waiting for it to settle, you're looking at probably hours at this point.
How much protection do I think my cloak would offer if it's completely obscuring my face?
You need to remove the cloak to cast a spell. You cannot cast a spell because you need to be able to speak clearly. You cannot muffle your voice with a scarf or a cloak or a cloth and cast a spell.
Alright. Because that's not happening then. Should we go to the other direction then? Lafdul's keeping the Ring of Adaptation on for like an hour. He's going to try and mentally keep track of it as long as he can.
Well, Old?
Yeah?
If we were to open these ornate doors here and I were to cast a gust of wind from the south, would it blow the dust out through those doors?
You're not sure exactly, but it at least would do a pretty good job of clearing dust away from parts of it. What level is that cast at?
At 8.
8th level?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Area of effect is 10 feet wide times 10 yards per level long.
Yeah, so I think you could certainly get it all the way up to the far northern door. And the gust of wind lasts long enough that it's not like it would swirl back in afterwards, and it's magic, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Leva has one too, I just noticed. But that one is level 10.
I think level 8 would be enough.
I mean, I'm also
Seems-
happy to allow the higher level spell to be more effective.
True.
How much more effective would it be?
I don't know. I mean, I'll like to a certain extent, it's you cast it and see what happens.
What do you think, Solas?
Well, it is a common spell, so it's easy to get back. So I think we can safely use at least one of them. So do you want to use yours or do I use one?
I don't actually, since old one tell us how much more effective it's going to be. That the corridor is fairly long. Let me have a quick look at the spell itself.
While the corridor is long, either one of those spells should be more than enough for the whole corridor.
10 feet wide and 10 yards per level. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only downside is it's 10 feet wide, so there is an element of one of them is going to make a path for sure.
Yeah, we could
but
cast them both.
it's not going to completely remove all the dust from the whole corridor with just one.
I mean, technically, if we casted them at the current positions, it would just push all the dust to those trapdoors.
All right, Levo's going to cast first.
Well, do you want to try both of them and see if that does it, or do you just want to use one?
Let's cast
Why
them
don't we
both.
try one and the stronger one, and then have a look what.
So here's the thing, though, is that if you do one, like I'll let you know, like I'm gonna have it do some extra stuff regardless of which one you use that is not explicitly defined in the spell, just because of the way these rooms are set up and stuff like that. The thing is that one, if you cast one, then you're doing it right down the middle, meaning that some of the dust is just going to be off to the sides.
Well, okay, let's do both then.
And if you do
Yeah,
both, then you are covering the entire corridor. So
Let's do both then.
Yeah.
Okay, before you do that, did you want to open up the other doors?
Yeah, I think that would allow the rust dust to be pushed away, at least part of it pushed away from the area.
I'll see if I can open up the doors, because I don't need to breathe currently. I'll just see if I can just mundanely push them or pull them open.
Okay. All right,
Also,
so
Braxon might want to come out of the way.
Well, back up, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Braxon, did Ockar go into the room on the left?
he's outside of the cloud. He's recovering. He's still recovering.
Yeah, he's in here on the corridor.
Okay, so Lafdul, you head up there. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention is that there is a fading dim light in the center of the room as well. I did forget to mention that. So Lafdul, you find it fairly easy to pull those doors open.
I try not to jerk them too much, but as best I can. But obviously, I open them as far as I'll go.
Okay, both of them.
Well, yeah, both of them. So there's much, we're trying to funnel the air out somewhere.
Okay. All right. So Leva and Solas, you're gonna cast down the corridor. Stand basically. Try to get the 10 feet on each side kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have to report say
Something
that
like this.
You don't have
Doors
to. You don't have to position yourself precisely. It's fine. It's reasonable to assume that you'll try to get there. All right. Both of you are high enough level that you're not going to have spell failure, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you chant the spells, trying to get them off at the same time. It's not too much of an issue because they do. It is a full minute of wind blowing down the corridor. Let me go ahead and take a look, see if I can mark these off on your sheets.
I just hope there's no blowback on the dust coming all the way down the corridor.
Well, so that's one of the advantages of Gust of Wind, and one of the reasons why it lasts a minute. So it's
Keep
just
pushing it.
yeah. I mean, you've got a minute of that the wind blowing down that corridor.
Yeah, it's about 30 miles per hour, so it's not light wind. Also,
Fairly strong as well, though. You can deflect. Wow. Hamper arrows, I suppose.
well, it is sufficient to put out torches and similar unprotected flames.
All right, so there the wind starts up and it's like howling back, like the sound is howling back at you, but the wind isn't, and it just blasts down this corridor, setting up a completely opaque cloud of reddish dust. That just like rolls down the corridor away from you, revealing wreckage that you cannot like distinguish what they were supposed to be at any point. Just whatever's left that didn't actually rust, and blasts down there, swirling around. And it leaves the corridor that you can visually see right now completely free of dust. You will have to travel down the corridor to see exactly what's like what the effects are, since none of you were up at the other end or anything like that, so you can't see what's going on.
Well, Solas says, "Shall we go?" And heads off north.
All right, I think you've
We're
waited
probably-
enough time as well for Ockar's coughing fit to subside.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, and my find traps would.
Yeah, your fine traps
Run
is
out.
expired now.
Is it easier for us to come back in the room? Did the gust of wind blow all the rust northwards?
Yeah, that was the point of casting the spells, but they won't know. You won't know exactly what the effect is until you actually go in and take a look,
Okay.
because
Well,
you
there
couldn't
were
see that
things there
far.
were things there would be a heap of rust in front of the doors up there.
Braxton's going to come to the bottom of the corridor very, very slowly.
It's no, like it is obviously free of rust dust
Okay.
down the corridor.
Braxton's going to call to Ockar. Are you okay out there? They got rid of the dust. You might be okay now.
He said that he was stepping away, so.
Okay.
So once you get up, Lafdul's almost up there. Braxon, you'll need to once you get up there with the rest as well. I'll let you guys know what you see.
Oh, we got to get to the end, though, do we?
To
All
get a
right.
good idea of what happened, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And Leva hops over to the other side to take a look. All right, so having opened the side doors, it definitely looks like a lot of it has been blown out there. The corners here are filled with piles of it as well, and there is some down there. Surprisingly, there is not a pile up here. You're guessing that the 2 Gust of Wind spells may have caused enough of a swirl that it got out of the room. Now, this corridor out here does have a fine coating of rust dust out there now, but it's not going to be enough that causes you any problems to walk through it. Just like, kind of, minor coughing, but not the coughing fit
Yeah.
that Ockar had.
So if we go to here with the cloth in front of our mouth, there's not even that.
Right. You will need to avoid, like, the... if you can see my arrow, you'll need to avoid, like, these squares,
Okay.
because that will cause you a problem, but only you. And you'll need to avoid the corners up here. Just the corner squares, yeah,
Here.
those corners.
So pretty easy to avoid.
Do we need to open these doors?
They most likely will need to be opened with some kind of mechanism, since there's no hinges or any doorknobs or anything like that.
Braxon's going to slowly walk around.
But while Lafdul is trying to disarm the traps from the northernmost door, Solas will study if there's any buttons or something like that for these two doors.
All right, Leva, you were saying something?
Yes. What's the frame made of?
The doors to the
The
north.
door frames. No,
Um,
the doors to the west.
They appear to be stone.
Stone.
Mhm.
Normal stone.
They appear to be normal stone.
All right. Leva will cast a. Let me see.
A let me see spell.
Yes, a let me see spell called Passwall. I'm going to cast Passwall.
Okay, hold on. Let me
On the
bring
frame.
Ockar up because he would have come up as well. Okay. Let me see. Pass wall. Give me just a second. I want to double check to see how that would interact with what's there. Or whether it would interact.
It will.
Well, and when I say interact, whether it functions normally or whether it something else happens.
Okay. It's wooden, plastic, or stone. Plaster or stone, not plastic.
Another wild search and Leva gets even squeakier voice.
No, it goes back to normal.
Okay. And the range. All right. Okay. All right. So, like on the center section.
Yes.
Okay. Get on that. All
Has to move out of
right. And you're
Leva's
casting the
spell
spell,
away.
not using a.
Yes,
Okay.
she's casting it.
All right. Give me a second to get my
So level
chart up.
variation. Level variation.
Where's my book? Where's my book? There it is.
I'm back.
All right.
Your
I
coughing
moved you
fit
up
has ended.
to be with the rest of the party. And Leva is casting a pass wall, and that is, I think the only like the size and the time is the only thing affected by the spell casting level. So
Is it still like?
Duration.
Is this area still filled with rust and stuff?
nope, that was
No,
that's
no.
been taken care of.
We turned
Okay.
off the vacuum cleaner. Sorry, the reverse. The vacuum blower.
Like you use for like PCs and stuff.
All right, so Leva, you cast the spell, and that section between the two doors just kind of like pulls away, and a passage opens up, revealing a small room. But don't move.
Okay.
Put yourself back where you were.
But
Because like
that
I
We're
need to
getting
tell
tired
it
of
like
the movie.
when I'm telling you things about a room, I may not have gotten to something specific. So if you start moving, it's like you're moving in an instant. Because all of this information, it takes me time to convey it, but your characters are getting it, pretty quickly. In this case, the wall opens up to reveal a tall mechanical object made of metal. That
hi.
it has. It's not like the previous thing. This one is wheeled.
Oh,
Has 2 wheels, but it also has some pretty nasty chopping arms, and it immediately rolls out towards you, chopping at Braxon.
can it actually
No.
roll? Is it not too big?
Oh no, it is not too big. It is rolling. It's about man-sized, and it is rolling towards you, and
Okay.
that it's getting an attack before you can react, Braxon. Because as this wall is opening, it's immediately rolling out, and steam is coming out of it, and it is chopping at you. Hold on a second, and let me see if it hits.
Brax is going to parry with his head.
You should have let Solas move, because that would have been exactly what he keeps telling other people not to do. He would he would have moved himself exactly into the direction of the attack.
No.
He moved before, he moved down there before you cast a spell.
Also to point out that the squares I moved were behind Braxon, so Braxon would have still been the meat wall between me and the enemy.
So, Braxon, it chops into you for 23 points of damage.
Oof! 23.
Braxon,
Yep.
you should stop parrying with your chin.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
Brax has already taken a break.
Yeah, no, that's a break, all right. That's a break, all right. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. Go ahead and stretch your legs. Look forward to more Braxon chopping, and see what happens. So we will be back shortly, everyone.
See you then.